Durante más de 40 años, las soluciones de ventilación de SCOW han creado el mejor clima posible para el bienestar y la productividad de los animales. Nuestros sistemas están instalados por todo el mundo y ofrecemos sistemas para todas las condiciones climáticas. El sistema de ventilación combi-túnel está desarrollado para regiones con fluctuaciones de temperatura considerables, veranos cálidos e inviernos fríos, o con importantes diferencias entre las temperaturas diurnas y nocturnas. Hoy en día, el sistema es enormemente utilizado en las regiones tropicales y subtropicales del mundo. Solo existe una temperatura correcta para la producción avícola y si ésta no se mantiene, no podrá alcanzarse el nivel óptimo de productividad. El combi-túnel es un sistema para todas las condiciones climáticas, completamente automático, que ofrece a los animales las mejores condiciones de productividad posibles cuando las temperaturas exteriores pasan de ser muy frías a muy cálidas. El sistema adapta la ventilación a la temperatura exterior, al tipo de producción y a la edad de las aves. Cuando la temperatura exterior es baja, el sistema mantiene la temperatura y la humedad del aire a un nivel ideal, eliminando la humedad excesiva y la producción de calor dentro de la nave. Cuando la temperatura exterior es elevada, el sistema cambia el aire de la nave para que los animales permanezcan frescos a través de sistemas de refrigeración y velocidad del aire. Si el productor avícola controla la temperatura, la humedad del aire y la velocidad del aire de forma eficiente, podrá garantizar la uniformidad en el proceso de producción, uno de los factores más importantes para lograr los mejores resultados de producción posibles. Normalmente hay dos categorías de naves avícolas: naves ventiladas de forma natural y naves ventiladas de forma mecánica en un entorno de producción cerrado. En las naves ventiladas de forma mecánica, el productor controla el clima de la nave utilizando herramientas de ventilación, calefacción y refrigeración altamente eficientes. El sistema combi-túnel funciona en un entorno de producción cerrado para que el clima de la nave sea lo más independiente posible del clima existente fuera de la misma. En las épocas frías, el aire se introduce a través de entradas de pared. El aire fresco que entra se dirige al techo de la nave para mezclarse con el aire de la misma antes de llegar a la zona ocupada por las aves. Por lo tanto, mientras que la humedad y el calor excesivo se eliminan del aire de la nave, la velocidad del aire de la zona avícola es baja, lo que protege a las aves de las corrientes. Las entradas se abren con el control de entrada avanzado, lo que provoca que existan menos chorros de aire, aunque más potentes. Esto facilita enormemente el control de los chorros de aire con un nivel bajo de ventilación. Todas las entradas se abren durante los periodos cálidos. Las aves siguen estando ventiladas gracias al aire de retorno, pero una mayor velocidad del aire provoca un efecto de refrigeración en las aves. Cuando la temperatura es elevada, las aves no perciben las corrientes de aire como corrientes molestas, sino como una brisa fresca. En comparación con el modo túnel, el modo lateral garantiza el clima más uniforme posible en la nave. Por lo tanto, en lo que a producción se refiere, es mejor mantener el modo lateral todo el tiempo posible. El cambio a modo túnel puede posponerse activando la refrigeración de alta presión. En los sistemas de refrigeración de alta presión se añaden partículas de agua atomizada al aire de la nave. Estas partículas se evaporan en el aire caliente de la nave para enfriarlo. La refrigeración de alta presión está destinada especialmente a regiones o periodos con temperaturas elevadas y una humedad del aire reducida. La salida del aire tiene lugar a través de ventiladores instalados en el lateral de la nave. Como alternativa, la salida del aire se lleva a cabo a través de unidades extractoras instaladas en el techo. En dichos casos, la ventilación natural puede establecerse en caso de un fallo en la ventilación. Es muy importante que el rendimiento de las salidas de aire sea elevado con un bajo nivel de consumo energético, y el departamento de I+D de SCOW ha combinado investigación y conocimiento sobre ventilación y energía para crear ventiladores eficientes desde el punto de vista energético, diseñados y optimizados pensando en las unidades extractoras. Además, la salida del aire se controla mediante el principio de extracción de ahorro energético de Dynamic Multistep, según el cual las unidades de modo continuo garantizan en todo momento una ventilación correcta con el menor consumo de energía posible. Cuando la temperatura exterior y la humedad del aire alcanzan un nivel en el que la ventilación en modo lateral ya no es capaz de mantener la temperatura adecuada, el sistema combi-túnel inicia la ventilación según el principio del modo túnel. Aquí, el aire se introduce a través de aberturas con paneles de refrigeración en un extremo de la nave. Grandes volúmenes de agua circulan en estos paneles para lograr un efecto de refrigeración elevado. Los paneles de refrigeración están instalados en un sistema de canaleta flexible con reserva de agua integrada en la canaleta inferior. La refrigeración de alta presión en la abertura del túnel puede aplicarse como alternativa a los paneles de refrigeración en regiones con una humedad del aire más baja. La refrigeración de alta presión puede controlarse según los requisitos de refrigeración. El aire se elimina a través de ventiladores de gran caudal situados en el otro extremo de la nave para crear una corriente fresca de aire a lo largo de la nave. El sistema utiliza el efecto de velocidad del aire para que las aves perciban que la temperatura es más baja que la temperatura real. El cerebro del sistema es el ordenador climático y de producción avanzado DOL 539 de SCOW para la producción avícola. Además de controlar el clima, el DOL 539 es capaz de gestionar todas las funciones básicas de la producción avícola, como el pesaje de las aves, la mezcla de pienso, la alimentación, el registro del consumo de agua, el control de la luz y el registro de las aves criadas y las bajas. El ordenador de nave DOL 539 está basado en LAN, lo que permite la conexión directa con Farm Online. Farm Online proporciona al productor avícola una visión general completa de la producción a nivel de nave, granja y negocio. Al mostrar los datos actuales e históricos relacionados con la mortalidad, el peso y el consumo de pienso, Farm Online permite seguir el desarrollo de lotes individuales, así como realizar comparaciones entre los diferentes lotes. En una pantalla central se visualizan valores clave como la tasa de conversión del pienso, TCP, y el factor de eficiencia de la producción, FEP, y su estado se indica con diferentes colores. El gerente de la explotación puede acceder a la información de forma local en la granja, por lo que puede mejorar la producción basándose en datos concretos y actualizados. El gerente de la explotación también puede acceder a la información esté donde esté, a través de la aplicación Farm Online o desde un portátil a través de Internet. Si un productor posee varias granjas, podrá recopilar todos los datos de las granjas desde una oficina central, lo que le permitirá analizar todas sus granjas desde una perspectiva empresarial global. Un sistema combi-túnel ofrece las siguientes ventajas. Un sistema para todas las condiciones climáticas, desde climas muy fríos hasta climas muy cálidos. Un entorno de producción cerrado que controla la temperatura, la humedad, la velocidad del aire y la calidad del aire. Una gran productividad durante periodos cálidos y fríos. Las aves no están expuestas a corrientes molestas durante los periodos fríos, aunque el efecto de frío se utiliza para refrigerar la nave durante los periodos de calor. Distribución uniforme de las aves en la nave. Condiciones de engorde igual de buenas para todos los animales. Sistema completamente automático, controlado por el DOL 539, con análisis y mejoras a través de Farm Online.
Skov launches a new wall fan in the Blue Fan family called BF50. It is a 50-inch box fan with cone, which is optional, a perfect solution for both newly built houses and as a replacement in existing houses. The fan is available in a version with an air-controlled shutter and a motor-controlled shutter, respectively. This presentation focuses on the version with a motor-controlled shutter. BF50 combines a minimum energy consumption with a high airflow ratio. The pressure-stable design enables the fans to run efficiently. It always ensures optimum climate conditions in the livestock house. The BF50 fan is also available in stepless variants that can operate with a capacity range from 0 to 100%. It ensures an optimal and correct airflow at all times. The BF50 is very energy efficient and ensures minimum energy consumption to exhaust air from the livestock houses. The pressure-stable design ensures that the fans run optimally, also in windy weather. BF50 has low energy consumption. When used in combination with the dynamic multi-step control principle, the customer gets the most energy-efficient ventilation system on the market with this size of fan. The BF50 is made of thermoplastics and stainless steel, so it withstands the harsh environment in a livestock house. The fan has directly driven wings, which means that no adjustments and maintenance of belts are needed. The BF50 is available with a motorized shutter that remains in its correct position always to ensure the right airflow. Furthermore, you can set the shutter system to open automatically in case of power failures. The box-shaped design and the airtight shutters have a high degree of insulation, which prevents drafts and minimizes condensation when the fan is not in operation. With the BF50, Skov launches a new generation of blue fan that sets new standards for wall fans. Savings on the electricity bill ensure a rapid return of investment and a long-standing reduction of energy consumption.
The world is a hungry place. We all rely on animal agriculture to provide necessary production of food for proper living. Here at Valco, we provide the essential instruments to ensure that animal agriculture is functioning across the globe at its highest level of productivity and ethical standards. With our advanced levels of developing cutting-edge agricultural technologies, Valco is dedicated to the responsibility of safely and effectively feeding a hungry world.
I think as far as one of the main challenges I would see, and is talking with other cage-free layer barns, that's specific what we're working with here, is the floor eggs. That's always a challenge with a cage-free barn.
People are much more conscious of where their food comes from, how it's been raised, and what some of the specifics are that are used in the raising of that, producing of that food.
Maintaining a good, consistent atmosphere for the birds is always something that's paramount for doing well and producing good chickens.
One of the things I have seen is that your birds, your genetics of your birds have become much more hybrid and able to produce better in an individual field. And with that in the broiler industry, the housing of that bird becomes much more crucial.
There's been a lot of changes in the egg industry, especially here in the United States, and it's all consumer driven, wanting to have an egg produced in a cage-free facility. So that's obviously what our goal is here.
Between 25 and 30 years ago, we were watering birds out of 8-foot troughs and open cup drinkers. And Valco was on the very, very leading edge of developing the nipple drinking system, which totally revolutionized how we water chickens.
The community nest has been out for probably 2 to 3 years after some tweaking based on input from integrators and growers. And the biggest thing that has done is it's reduced the percentage of what we call floor eggs.
I count us a real success when we can take an average grower and allow him to perform in an above-average manner.
The Valco products, like anything, has a learning curve to them. What we've really worked hard at doing is minimizing that as much as possible so that we can overcome any resistance somebody has to trying something new or working with a new system.
We're also in the process of releasing a new environmental control by the name of Horizon. It has technology that this industry hasn't seen before, and it's going to be a real game changer.
It's been our choice to primarily stick with Valco because we feel we can only truly be loyal to one major company.
The Valco team did a good job at being available to address those and was very timely in getting...
Our technologies at Valco are constantly evolving. It is a culture of innovation that propels us forward, where we are driven through knowledge, creativity, and a passion for continuous improvement. At the very core, it's our mission that compels us to excel, to produce, and introduce products that ultimately help to nourish humanity. Our mission is critical and even never-ending. Yet it's one where failure is not an option. For indeed, we are proud to proclaim Valco as part of the solution in feeding a hungry world.
SCOV is the international market leader in ventilation and farm management systems for animal production. Every day, our solutions optimize the productivity of millions of chickens all over the world. SCOV contributes to efficient and sustainable global food production. The low-power ventilation system with wall inlets is a classic negative pressure system used in the temperate areas of the world. The so-called LPV system is a 100% flexible system which you can adapt to the entire production cycle and all types of production. Air is taken in through wall inlets. The fresh air flows towards the ceiling in the house, where it mixes with the house air before reaching the bird zone. During cold periods, air velocity in the bird zone is kept at a low level to protect the birds from drafts. At the same time, moisture and excess heat are removed from the house air. The inlets are opened by advanced inlet control, causing fewer but stronger air jets. This makes it much easier to control air jets in minimum ventilation. All inlets open during hot periods. The birds are still ventilated by the return air, but the higher air velocity means that they are cooled by the air velocity. At high temperatures, birds do not perceive air currents as draft, but as a cooling breeze. The performance of the air outlet units must be high while keeping energy consumption at a low level. The design of SCOV's air outlets is aerodynamic, and they are optimized in combination with the fans. The air outlet is regulated according to the dynamic multi-step principle. Dynamic multi-step is unique in that the fans connect in steps until 50% of their output. When all the fans in the section have been connected up to 50%, all of them will be regulated in parallel up to 100% when additional ventilation is required. By combining dynamic multi-step with a low-energy fan of the LPC range, the energy consumption can be reduced by up to 75% compared to conventional solutions. A well-functioning system requires components which are connected correctly. SCOV's mounting kits ensure that the systems function in an optimum way, as they include all the necessary parts, such as washers, wires, screws, fittings, pulleys, etc. The mounting kits ensure the right connection between the air inlets and the actuator. High-pressure cooling is good for the animals and creates a pleasant work environment in the livestock house. In hot periods, a cloud of water vapour may have a beneficial effect on the welfare and productivity of the poultry. Atomised water particles can lower the house temperature by 5 to 6 degrees Celsius, depending on the temperature outside the house, as well as the relative humidity. A high-pressure system can also be used for the humidification of the livestock house. You can use the system to increase the humidity level during periods when the air humidity in the livestock house is too low. And at the same time, the moisture can reduce dust problems in the house. Heating is a crucial part of the total climate solution to create the best climate in a livestock house with a high productivity level. The Spiroflex finned tubes for heating livestock houses provide an efficient and quickly responding heating system, which creates a perfect climate for the animals. The feed is an essential financial item in animal production. SCOV's feed weighers work together with the production controller, where all input and output relating to weighing takes place. Alternatively, the weighing can be conducted via silo weighing, where load cells are placed under the silo legs. A water meter measures the water consumption, and the production controller saves the data, enabling the controller to continuously calculate relevant, vital figures. The weight of the animals is of great importance to the poultry producers, as it is a crucial figure to monitor and control their productivity. SCOV has several types of poultry weighers, all known for their high accuracy and longevity. The mastermind behind the system is SCOV's cutting-edge climate and production controllers for poultry production. Common to all controllers is that they precisely regulate and maintain the temperature and humidity levels in the livestock house, and are used for controlling not only ventilation, but also heating, floor heating, humidity, and cooling. The climate is continuously adapted to the animal's age and needs based on the set curves. The controller monitors and controls feed and water supply to the animals. It also registers the weight of the animals through continuous weighing. Systematic monitoring of the above will provide a picture of the broiler productivity and give an indication of problems in the livestock house, if any. The independent emergency opening system from SCOV ensures the welfare of the animals by opening the ventilation system in case of a technical failure. From a global perspective, poultry meat is one of the primary sources of protein, and there is an increasing focus on optimizing productivity and ensuring the well-being of the poultry. SCOV's management system, Farm Online, provides poultry producers with the following advantages: a complete overview of production at livestock house, farm, and business levels; quick action in case of irregularities; improved production and business development based on historical data and references; efficient implementation of production strategy in individual houses. Poultry producers who own several farms can access Farm Online data to get a complete overview of their farms and thus enable further development of their business. The owner will be able to compare essential production data across the individual houses and farms and concentrate his efforts on the livestock houses and farms requiring productivity improvements. Business supervisors and consultants can also get the data they need to analyse production and advise the farm managers. SCOV has more than 40 years' experience in ventilation and farm management for the poultry industry, and we develop our systems in close cooperation with leading producers worldwide. The continued development of our systems provides the producer with a solution which enables them to develop their business, to ensure the well-being of their animals, and to prepare themselves for the challenges of the future.